The following podcast contains spoilers and profanity. Hello, and welcome to the first episode of the Half and Half podcast. I am your host, Glem, and with me today is MarsReviews. We have decided upon the name the Half and Half podcast because I like coffee, and Mars and I both happen to be gentlemen of mixed African descent. Mulattoes, if you will.
Essentially, if we did form a fully black man, we would become Review Your Life. And it'd be like in Amazing Spider-Man 2, where, like, you know when Jamie Foxx got pushed into the thing of eels? It'd be like the reverse of it, where it doesn't fix our gap in our tooth.
I imagine it would be more like Venom. He would become like a symbiote, and we would like attach to each other and become like just fully black.
Go subscribe to Review Your Life. He is a black man.
Alright, so today we're talking about the newest film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the newest Spider-Man rendition, Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yes, Spider-Man. He is at his home, and he is coming in his sheets.
Now, this is the third live-action iteration of Spider-Man we've seen so far.
Third series? This is the third series, not like the third movie.
Yeah, the third iteration of him, yes.
Because people in comments will like eat the shit out of you if you're not right.
Mars, what's your history with the previous Spider-Man films?
My history, I was like really young, and I was like, wow, Spider-Man is cool because he's like a fucking spider. And like Spider-Man 2 came out, and my dad bought me the video game, and I was like, holy shit, it blew my mind. I can like pick up people from the Empire State Building and drop them off. And like apparently like I can't find the Twin Towers in the video game, and I was really pissed off. God damn.
Where'd they go? Why'd they take them out?
Where'd they go? Where's the rubble? I wanted to save them. We'll get into the 9/11 later in the podcast, actually, because I have
I guess so.
But my relationship, I watched the movies with my parents because my dad was not a huge Spider-Man fan, but just like a huge like superhero fanatic. So like every superhero movie, even if they were like, this is before like Marvel's like shit, where it was like they were like popping, like they were like everything was like Marvel making money. This was like in the shitty days. Like this was in the fucking Catwoman and Blade days. Well, Blade was cool,
and the only popular one was Spider-Man and X-Men.
I'm pretty sure that I've seen all the superhero movies. I'm pretty sure I saw like fucking Daredevil when I was like 6.
I saw Daredevil as well.
Yeah.
And Elektra.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing Elektra. I think I saw that on DVD.
You're not missing much.
I've also watched the cartoons, played the video games, not the new recent ones, because it was like, it was a fucking shovel license game.
So would you say that Spider-Man's your favorite superhero?
Yeah, it was my favorite. I had a backpack of them. I had my dad, when he went to Iraq, he actually bought me a Spider-Man plush, and he put like a little like turban on him, and turban and like little like Iraqi arm jacket.
Oh man.
So I used to have that.
My relationship with the series is pretty similar to yours. I played the video games, I've seen all the iterations, watched a shit ton of the cartoons. I had the little baby toy Spider-Mans. I had the nice little hoodie where like you put the hood up, you can zip it all the way up, and you can become a Spider-Man. You had the little zipper in between your masks.
Did you have the web shooters?
I had a couple of the web shooters, yes, I do remember that.
Did you do what I did and like try to jump from a tree?
No, I did never. I want to hear that story. What's that about?
When I was like 7, like not 6, I don't know what age. It was like 5 or 6, real young, like dumb. And like I thought like, oh, these web shooters, they work like Spider-Man. So it was like I got up in a tree, not like a really tall one, but just like a moderately sized tree. And I was like, I can swing. And I did, and then like I tried to jump and I fell. And I just like skinned my knee.
It's just like in Spider-Man 2 when he jumps off the building.
I still have like a little scar on my like left knee from that experience.
Well, that reminds me of a story my father once told me. I remember he said that he was 4 years old once, and he was living in New York, and he was a little baby like running around his apartment, and he's like, "I'm Superman." He jumped off the couch and dislocated his shoulder.
Oh fuck! How old was he?
He was like 4.
Jesus. Wow, that sounds awful.
Yeah, I can imagine. But Spider-Man definitely held a lot of sincerity in my life, seeing as how I'm from New York, and it's like, oh, represent. He lived in Queens, though, so it's like, I don't care.
Were you like one of those extras in the background that went like?
No, but a friend of mine was. I would have loved to have done that. Like a friend, like my mother's friend was an extra in Spider-Man 2, in the coffee shop scene, right when Doc Ock blows the building away, like right beforehand. He's like, I mean, I'm still kind of wondering because like he showed me that scene, like there I am, but he had his back turned. I'm like, I mean, I believe you, but it's like it's kind of suspicious.
Hoping you're like a little like baby extra, and you're just like,
I wish.
You mess with all of us. You mess with
all of you. We'll get to that eventually sometime.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, today we're talking about the Spider-Man Homecoming. So let's talk about the actors of the film briefly, one by one, and just talk about how you thought they did. All right, so first up, the new Spider-Man, Tom Holland. What'd you think of him?
Oh, I thought I was gonna fucking hate him at first, because I thought he was like, because like. To give context, like every like Spider-Man that came out, he was like an actual like man. He wasn't like Spider-Boy. He's not like little like Minecraft kid.
He was always like 30 something.
Yeah, and now he's like an actual kid.
Well, I mean, the actor's playing him is 21, but he's playing a 15-year-old.
Oh yeah, he looks weird though. Like I saw a picture of him. I saw the movie. I saw his face, and I was like, wow, he looks like modern day Drake Bell. Like just like kind of ugly.
Oh man, that's okay then.
Yeah, but I was very like, cause I'm used to like him just being man, like not boy. So
yeah, like a late teenager, like right about to end high school, basically. But he's like in like sophomore year.
Yeah, but I thought he did actually a pretty good job. Like I actually liked him. I thought he would be like a squeaky voice like loser, but like oh no, he's actually pretty cool. You know, he got his like. He's obviously like in his cringe phase, cause like have you seen his costume? Like Tobey Maguire is like the same age and like shat all over him. He got like a fucking hoodie.
Yeah, exactly.
Tobey Maguire had never sewn shit in his life.
Yeah, he made that awesome suit though.
Yeah, but
I just like that. It's like, oh man, I need to make a big superhero suit. Let me make this like $1 million one right now from these like toothpicks.
I don't know what's his problem, but he really loves fucking black girls for some reason. Like. Like he just like there's no white girl in his like general area that he's interested in.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't relate to him whatsoever.
Yeah, I can't relate to him. But fucking Peter Parker in this universe, he is all about the fucking black girls. And you know what? I don't know whether or not that's good or bad, but it's kind of like interesting.
All right. Well, I mean, you brought it up. So what'd you think of the 1.5 love interests, Zendaya and Laura Harry?
I thought the first one was like cool. I thought the first one was like okay, it's just like a basic like love interest. It's like, oh, popular girl in school, I like her. But then it was like Mary Jane, which spoiler, yes.
Yeah, well,
whatever.
we'll put like a spoiler thing, whatever.
It's been like 3 weeks. You're a fucking idiot if you didn't think it was. Oh my god, we had a friend. His name is Sun. He explained to us because he saw the movie before us, and he was like, oh yeah, Mary Jane in this movie is such a cunt, like just like a bitch. And he was like, maybe he's just like over exaggerating, you know, I don't know, I don't trust cringy kids like Sun. And he was fucking right. She is a shitty character. She is horrible. She's just like, I don't know what words to like put in, like I guess condescending, or like just kind of like just always making these comments. It's just like terrible. It's like everyone's like at the fucking Washington Monument and they're like, oh, let's look at this thing. Oh, isn't this like a cool piece of American history? It's like, yeah, it was made by slaves. It's like, fuck you.
And that kind of felt like a forced thing. I didn't really care for that.
It felt like she's just like, all she was missing in this movie was like a fucking t-shirt that said Black Lives Matter, and then it was like, god, this is horrible. Because she did nothing. All she did was just demean Peter Parker and just call everyone like, you guys are all fucking idiots. You guys are, I'm smarter than you because I'm like woke and shit.
Alright, so you didn't like her, but what did you think about the first love interest, like the main one?
She was just like one of those basic popular girl.
I was surprised by the lack of personality she had in the film. Just like, why are you interested in her? What did she do that makes you want like her that much? I don't get it.
Yeah, like if she was like a cheerleader, then I'd be like, oh, well, I guess so. But she was just like, no, I'm really smart. She didn't do anything really. She's just like, I want to go sneak out into the pool, and like nothing really came of that. They could have cut that scene all entirely.
So next up, Robert Downey Jr. What do you think of him?
He was good, but he was just like,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but Tony Stark just turns into like a bigger cunt, just like each movie. Like he was just like so mean. Like his
Yeah, I agree. I think he did a very good job in the film. I love Robert Downey Jr. He's born to play Iron Man to me, but he definitely did kind of have that like fatherly attitude towards him, and it kind of
I didn't like him, but I just thought he was like,
Yeah, I thought it was
a
great.
little bit too mean.
I know there's a lot of hubbub about like him being in the film. People were like really mad that he was going to be in the film at all because they were like, oh, who the fuck? Why is Iron Man in the Spider-Man movie? Because the universes are connected. That's why. And they want to make money.
I was really mad because I just thought like, oh, I just felt like it was just saying that, oh, Spider-Man, we're not really that confident where, yeah, bring in fucking Iron Man to save his ass, but like...
No, I mean, Spider-Man would have made money no matter what, so...
I know, but like, I just kind of went like, oh, I don't want a Spider-Man and Iron Man movie, because it's like...
And it wasn't that.
No. He was very uninvolved.
I wouldn't have even minded if he showed up more. I think that would have been fine.
I didn't like the, like, when he was like talking to Peter... He was like, join the Avengers or something. Here's your suit, and it was like, oh god, this looks so terrible.
That's like a reference to like the Iron Spider suit because that's usually what he wears sometimes when he's with the Avengers.
Oh, I hate that one.
Yeah, it didn't really look that great. I mean, I liked the concept, but I didn't think it looked that great in the film. I don't want him to wear that.
No, I hated like the suit design and like what they did, like the CG on it just did not look as convincing.
Yeah, it didn't look right.
It looked unfinished.
All right, how about Marissa Tomei, May Parker?
Oh yeah, she's like top quality MILF. Like she is like fucking like, oh, top quality MILF. Holy shit.
Top of the line, right up there.
Dude, I'm looking at her age right now, 52, fucking at least 34. Holy shit.
Oh.
She was wearing those high-waisted pants. I was like, oh god, these fucking sweatpants are getting kind of tight and they're very loose. Goddamn, 10 out of 10 would bang.
I thought she did alright. She wasn't in as much as I thought she would be. Usually Aunt May is like more prevalent in these films.
I just have a question, because like what do you think the age of like Aunt May in this movie? Because she's obviously younger. Like,
I imagine like late 30s, early 40s.
And how was like Uncle Ben? I wonder what Uncle Ben would look in this universe. Like he's just like a strong young man.
If you want the internet's logic, they want it to be Tobey Maguire, and he's like he's in his 40s now, isn't he?
It'd be pretty awesome though.
It'd be alright.
That would be actually pretty cool.
Tobey Maguire's 42, so he's young. He would be younger than Aunt May. Actor-wise.
Hey, she's at least like, she looks really young for like what she is. Like I'm looking at a picture of her from 2012 and it's like, damn, you look like you're 27.
Well, that's 5 years ago, Mars. Alright, so Jacob Batalon. He's the fat nerd friend of Peter.
Oh, he was pretty cool because he was pretty like I thought I would hate him because I thought he was like a fucking fat memer, which he was, because he had like a Dell computer, which fuck you.
Yeah, he had the little computer with the little like, oh, everything's okay dog on it.
What real gamer has a Dell computer? Get out of here. I thought he was a memer. He wore a fedora, which was pretty awesome. Like,
yeah, he definitely was better than I thought he would be. I thought he would be like really obnoxious, but he was just kind of there.
yeah, I thought they were like older because like they said like, oh no, we're 14. And it was like, oh. I thought they were like 17 because like they were doing kind of like some, not to say like what people do this is like childish, but they're like, let's build the Death Star out of Legos, and it's like, you're a little
why would he want to
old.
build the Death Star when he already built it? Like he built it before Peter came home. That didn't make sense. All right, and last but not least, we have Michael Keaton, the villain of the picture.
I thought his design looked kind of bad and just kind of boring, but like I liked him.
I liked his character a lot. He was just the average guy.
Yeah, he's just an average guy. Again, white guys in this universe love fucking black girls.
They
like,
love them.
They fucking love them. Like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, we should. Yeah, well, I mean, there's like one joke in the movie that I actually found kind of cute, but like, like it's the opposite of that. But yeah, I think Michael Keaton did really. I think he did good. I always loved Michael Keaton.
Yeah, he was.
He can't stay away from the bird roles. He was Batman. He was Birdman. Now he's the Vulture.
Shit. Wait, yeah, bat does quantify as a bird. It's like a mutated,
winged animal,
retarded bird.
Yeah, and You got all these other people like the Mexican bully and Donald Glover and Bruce.
He
Hannibal.
did not look happy to be in this fucking movie.
Oh yeah, we should probably like a little bit. Yeah. The Childish Gambino, Mr. Glover, Donald Glover was in this movie. And, I don't know. He didn't really have that charisma to him. He was just like, hey, Spider-Man.
Hey, Spider-Man. Hey, person that I'm supposed to fucking be.
I mean, he played Spider-Man. He played Miles Morales in one iteration of the animated series.
Oh wow, I played Miles Morales, everyone's favorite character.
And now, yeah, he plays his uncle. He plays Miles Morales' uncle.
Oh well, that's literally racism in just like real life. It's like, oh, you don't get to play Spider-Man, but you get to play Miles Morales. It's like denying him to go to like the nice water fountain.
It's just like that.
It is exactly like that.
Yeah, you had all these people in here, like Hannibal Bruce was in. He was there for like a couple minutes, so he was cute.
He was pretty great. He showed like, wasn't that like that video that he showed them like an old '90s thing?
Yeah, the Captain America thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that was like. I think that was like. I would imagine that took place like. I don't know how that could be in the '90s, seeing as how Captain America takes place. Captain America thawed out in like 2010, so unless they were like using like a VHS something. I didn't really understand. We'll get to that.
Yeah, the time things in like the Marvel universe makes no sense. It's just kind of just like night and day, like which is like who can create a better movie.
Yeah.
Like Sony just gets like basic shit wrong. Like they just get the character Peter Parker wrong. Like which is not hard. Which is not like, I don't know how hard it would be, but it's like I don't know how hard it would be to like make like a fucking loser.
I think in the first the Amazing Spider-Man movie, I think they had an idea of what Peter Parker could be, and they had some nice things here and there. But otherwise, that movie's just kind of serviceable.
That one's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's just kind of alright. The sequel, on the other hand, oh boy.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah,
that one is so awesome.
Eventually.
That's such an awesome movie.
Alright, so let's get into this. So let's start off like at the beginning. So like the whole thing is that like the Vulture is mad because Tony Stark wanted to clean up his mess during the Avengers, even though his crew was gonna clean up all the alien shit.
Yeah.
And so he gets mad at Tony Stark and wants to steal stuff now.
Yeah. But like, and then like after that, it does go into like a scene of like Spider-Man getting his suit. This scene like is just so I just like remembering it. It was so fucking dumb, just the way like how it was shot. Because
you didn't like the whole found footage kind of thing where he was like filming his own YouTube vlog?
No, I liked that aspect. Was that they fucked it up, that it was like vertical when he's obviously holding it fucking horizontally.
Yeah, that didn't make sense at all.
It's like his phone's so garbage that he can't like, he has an iPhone like 7 and it's like doing that.
What'd you think of Spider-Man's suit in the movie actually?
It was actually pretty good. It looked really nice. Like I like that. I like the eyes thing, but like I don't know.
I like it too. I just feel like it's more of like a novelty. It's like it doesn't really make sense why he would have that. I mean, unless it's like enhancing his vision, which he already has spider powers, so like it doesn't make sense.
I feel like his use is like, because it's like an Iron Man suit basically.
Yeah, it's kind of.
It kind of feels like he can be overpowered like at one point. He has everything.
I mean, they kind of addressed that. Like that's why he has the little babysitter protocol or whatever.
Yeah, but like that'd be cool if like if we see like in like multiple movies like he gets more comfortable and he learns it. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be interesting because yeah, they mentioned that.
But like I would want to see that in like the video game though. Like in the movies it's kind of like a little bit too overpowered, but like in video games it's like
yeah, that's literally a video game concept. It's like you gotta upgrade this stuff.
Yeah. It's a nice suit.
Alright, yeah, so that's cute. So yeah, we start the movie. We're with Peter Parker. He's all the way in Queens. He's being Spider-Man. He's trying to save the day, whatever he can. He's helping old ladies cross the street. There's this guy throughout the film who's like, "Hey, Spider-Man, do a flip."
People are constantly asking like, "Hey, they don't know him as Spider-Man. They just know him like, hey, you're that guy from YouTube.
Hey, Spider-Man.
You're that guy. Do a flip. Do a flip."
I liked it too because it reminded me of like Kick-Ass. Just like, yeah, I have to wait for crime to happen.
Yeah, I think this is a perfect time because I mentioned YouTube to get in like my theory that I've been telling you about.
All right, yeah. So what was that about, Mark?
My theory was that like, cause like in the Marvel universe and just like this movie in general, there are like things that carry over from like real life, like you know, YouTube, Starbucks, and like all this stuff. So I was thinking, like, does that like apply to history? Like, does that like, cause what happens to that? Like, is history just like changed altogether?
I mean, I guess slightly. The time period of this movie is kind of weird because you mentioned the whole Vulture subplot of him getting mad about Iron Man. That takes place like right after the Avengers, and then it does a time jump to 8 years later, and the Avengers took place in 2012. So is this 2020 we're watching? So like, what's happening?
That is pretty interesting. But what I was getting at was like, so like, all right, let's say like history is like, you know, modern, I guess. Did like the Avengers just let 9/11 just happen?
No, because the Avengers happened after 9/11. That's the whole thing. They didn't know it was gonna happen.
But there was mutants before 9/11. What the fuck
yeah,
did
but
they
like
do?
so Iron Man came out in 2008, so it's just like we kind of have to like go out off of this now.
So like, okay.
It's not like they can go back in time like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, but what about Nick Fury? Did he just let 9/11 happen? He's been there before. He watched the terrorists fly two planes into the Twin Towers and didn't do shit
with
about
his one
it.
eye. He watched it happen.
He watched it happen. Fucking Shield.
I mean, I guess.
Shield.
I mean, like, you can't really do anything about it. It was kind of unexpected. It's like when Iron Man happened and stuff like that. You don't really expect it to happen. Yeah, I guess Shield did let Shield let 9/11 happen. That's the whole thing. That's a good point, actually.
It's very disgusting. That's all I was thinking about. Like, as soon as I saw like YouTube and stuff in like the first half, I was focusing on the movie, but I was more focusing on like this like this theory that like, yeah, Nick Fury just let 9/11 happen.
I don't think he let it happen. Just like, okay, I guess we have to like not stop this.
I feel like he could have done something about it. Like these guys are able to build like fucking giant jets that can like
I mean, well, like, what could they do in 2001?
I don't know. They're like really advanced in technology. They make jets that are like camouflage in the midair. You could stop 9/11. Anyways.
All right. Well, what do you think of the whole subplot with Vulture trying to like steal like the Iron Man stuff?
It was pretty good. I liked all his like little like lackeys. They were actually kind of quite.
Yeah, you had the black guy who was the Shocker.
I didn't know he was gonna be in the movie. That was pretty surprising.
Yeah, that surprised me too, because like, yeah, there's this character called the Shocker in the comics, and he's a white guy, and so like, oh, and like he accidentally kills the guy. It's just like, oh, I thought that was the anti-gravity gun. It's like, no, it wasn't. It's just like, oh, here, black guy, you're the Shocker now.
Damn, black people are taking everything in Marvel. Holy shit.
Yeah, you mentioned, yeah, a lot of the movie is just like interracial.
And that's coming from a black guy. Holy fuck.
The only white couple in the movie is Tony Stark and Pepper Potts.
Damn, and you thought Black Panther was progressive.
Oh, I like the one scene in when Peter's in high school and he's watching the little news on his the school news on his television. He's like, awesome. "Do you have a date for prom?" And he's like, "Yeah, oh yeah, I do." And it's like the guy is like asking, like the girl next to him who's white. He's just like, "Oh yeah, I have a date for prom. Don't ask me again."
I love those. Those things were really funny. Like they would use like Comic Sans and like the green screen would pop up.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome. It reminded me of my school.
Yeah, my school has the exact same thing.
I don't understand why they like feel the need to do that. Like just announce it over the intercom.
I guess that's kind of boring. I mean, they have all this equipment for like video production. They want to use it somehow.
No, I just feel like I don't understand how people can be. I know it's like, oh, it's nothing. They're just like announcing the news. Like it's no big fucking deal. But it's like at least have like some sense of quality. I mean, like it's always like a 240p. Low resolution, like bad microphone.
My school has a decent setup, at least. I mean, a lot of the people who work on it unfortunately don't care, so it's just like, oh, hey, here's the news.
No, mine, the one that I went to before, it was just it felt like they were like, I would literally think they were actually talking into like a 2006 webcam, giving the news, and all you could hear is like them go like, today Jenny got pregnant. It was awful.
There was the bully character, the Mexican bully,
Fuck
who's
him.
like, when I say penis, you say Parker.
I hated him. He was. If that's Flash Gordon, I am fucking out. This is horrible. Yeah, I hated him because I just thought he was like. I get it, he's a nerd, but like at least make the bully like threatening. Like this guy is like. He's getting bullied by nerds.
It seemed out of place because like it's 2017. No one really bullies people like in real life anymore.
I feel like it's like cyber bullies.
Yeah, it's more cyber like over the internet kind of stuff. It's like, oh, dude, you can't beat me in the new 2K.
I don't think people like shove people in lockers anymore. He didn't do that in the movie, but
Yeah,
like his like things of like being the DJ and go like, when I say penis, you say Parker, was just kind of like, oh, this is ripped straight out of, like 1980.
Yeah, this would have been if the movie was made 10 years ago, it would have
Yeah.
worked perfectly.
If it was made 10 years ago and all the high schoolers were adults, it would work.
Yeah, but I thought Marvel did a good job like making their own thing with Spider-Man and making everything fit in.
Yeah.
And like having Spider-Man live in this New York setting. But like he goes to the suburbs and he tries to like swing, but there's nothing to swing on. He's like, shit, I gotta run.
That reminded me of Spider-Man 2, like the little park.
Yeah,
That was so nostalgic.
It's like, oh.
I was like, I gotta run. Yeah, that one wasn't.
Homecoming was good. You did like the twist with the Vulture being the love interest's father.
I did like that, but I did kind of suspect it. But I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I kind of like I saw it a little bit.
I started to like maybe think about it as soon as like she went to like the party. I was like,
Yeah.
I feel like there's gonna cause like I assumed Homecoming had like some relevance to like the plot because like
Yeah.
why would it be called Homecoming if there's no dance?
I mean, even the dance itself, that didn't really play a major part in the movie. It was just kind of called Homecoming.
He went to the dance. And did
It was just a
nothing.
part.
I like that. I like that when Vulture, like he wasn't dumb. He like kind of pieced shit together, like. Because I thought he was just gonna do that thing where like he thinks about it. It just goes like, nah, this kid's a bitch.
Yeah, they'll probably do something like Doc Ock or someone in the next movie. Probably like a B-list Spider-Man villain. Like, maybe. Do you think they would do Green Goblin? Because
No, I feel.
Or do you think they would like do like a B thing, like Kraven the Hunter or something stupid like
I
that?
feel like they would do like a much different villain because like we already got Goblin like twice.
Yeah, we got Goblin, we got Doc Ock, we got the
I
Lizard.
thought the Lizard was lame one.
The Lizard, I felt could have been better. Or do you think I hope they do something like Mysterio or something?
Yeah, I think they'll do Mysterio. What's another Spider-Man villain that they could do? The final battle. Alright,
Yeah, it tended to drag on a little bit. They crashed the plane 9/11 style on Coney Island.
That was awesome. Like, just like all this 9/11 imagery is like this would not happen in the Sam Raimi ones. They would like just pull the plug on that so quick.
Then again, yeah, it was like weird because why would they let a plane go off on like Avengers Tower? That's not Avengers Tower doesn't have like a strip on it.
Yeah.
Or, like, that's not how planes work. I know it's a Tony Stark plane, but it's like you shouldn't. No.
Yeah, it's not even like a small plane where like okay maybe that could be real. It's like no, this is a giant fucking like thing.
Yeah, and then it crashes on the ground on Coney Island Beach.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Spider-Man Homecoming was definitely a solid film. I would definitely recommend seeing it.
Yeah, it's a great movie. It's a good movie. I don't know where I would put it in my Spider-Man top list, but it would be.
I think I would put it right next to 2. Like two's the first one, then Homecoming, then probably one of the other ones. Probably like the first one.
I have to rewatch 2 because it's been so long.
I think we should rewatch the other ones as well.
I've seen 1 like a million times.
I haven't seen 1 in forever.
Yeah, 1's the one I see a lot because I used to see a lot in reruns on like I don't know
FX or something.
Yeah, FX. They would never rerun 2. They would do 2 things. They would rerun 1 and 3, never 2.
Everyone's favorite.
Yeah, not everyone's favorite.
So, we'll see how this works out. This is our first episode. If this turns out well, we'll make another one. All right. So thank you for listening. This is the Half and Half podcast. I've been Glem Walker, and with me was MarsReviews.
We're like double toasted, but less black.
Slightly, only slightly. All right. See you next time.
Bye bye.